What's up guys, I'm Salty Sliggy, thanks for tuning in to the channel today. I'm here to talk about the new niche kid on the block that is Armored Core 6. Releasing this August 25th for your PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, PS4 and Xbox One. Developer FromSoftware are attempting to bring what has been or is a niche franchise to the modern day by tweaking and making some slight changes to its original formula to make it more appealing and more convenient for newcomers to the series, while still remaining as true to the original vision of the original game for its Armored Core vets. Speaking from personal experience, I have never experienced an Armored Core game. Not to mention that my channel is not big enough to get a seat at the table to get some hands-on time with the game. If you want to see that happen in the future with upcoming games, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Because as of right now, 89.6% of people that watch this channel on a regular basis are not subscribed. By subscribing, you're helping out the channel. My ultimate goal is to get that down to 50%. So support the channel by subscribing. Thank you. Now, if you trace back the original inception of Armored Core itself, that was back in the PS1 era of 1997. That was a long time ago. I would have been very young, and for some reason, it just wasn't on my radar. And that could be the same said for you guys that are watching this video right now. But I've always liked mechs, from massive mechs such as the Transformers, to the movies like Pacific Rim where they're taking on massive kaiju, to the manga world of the Gundam universe, RIP to Gundam Evolution, and let's not forget the beast of all mechs, the granddaddy of mechs, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. So I think I'm more than confident in saying that I like mechs. So what exactly is developer FromSoftware changing in order to make this more convenient for players, for those newcomers that are just dipping their toe into the water for the first time when it comes to this series? Well, first we'll kick off with some combat features. Assault Boost, which is one of the biggest new features in Armored Core 6, is an instantaneous switch between long-range gunfighting and close-range melee, thanks to a button-activated movement skill called Assault Boost. Assault Boost is an offensive action that helps you close the gap between enemies and lets you quickly go from long distance to close range. It will also provide some incredible chain abilities when fighting. You activate Assault Boost to make your approach while using machine gun fire and a missile to stagger the enemy, then use your Pulse Blade to score a direct melee hit once you're up close. Another addition to the series combat is the stagger element. If an AC, short for Armored Core, takes too many hits over a short period of time, its altitude control system will be overloaded, making it vulnerable for a short time. Both continuous hits and big and powerful strikes will cause stagger damage, encouraging you to keep up the pressure on the opponent. The damage inflicted to an enemy's stagger gauge varies from weapon to weapon. It can also be affected by factors like distance, adding additional strategy in equipping and using these armaments in combat. When asking Yamamura how the pace and the feel of the game compares to previous entries, the average movement speed across the game is somewhere between Armored Core 3 and Armored Core 5, he replies. But Armored Core 6 has been developed to bolster the changes of tempo and combat with instantaneous bursts of speed and sudden changes of tempo. Combat can often reach the dizzying heights of, say, Armored Core 4. The series brings big boss encounters back, and the metal monstrosities you'll encounter look bigger and more intimidating than ever. There will be a rich variety of powerful enemies of all shapes and sizes, says Yamamura. Huge combat helicopters, heavily armoured mobile turrets, and unmanned heavy demolition machinery that's programmed to indiscriminately crush intruders. Armored Core 6 will offer a number of explosive battle experiences that challenge players to fight against the odds and overcome these ginormous, more abnormal mechs. In addition to the larger bosses, you'll also fight against ACs and humanoid mechs in high-octane duels. And in grand FromSoftware tradition, it may take several attempts and some experimentation with your AC's equipment to fully learn and adapt to a boss's quirks. So prepare yourself, as Armored Core 6 will offer numerous cathartic, explosive battles that truly test your skills. Customization is also a key part in Armored Core experience. You'll have access to an assortment of parts to upgrade and fine-tune the power of your AC, 4 slots for holding weaponry, 1 in each hand and 2 on the back, give you a lot of space to experiment with custom loadouts. What kind of weapons are we talking about? We're talking about bazookas, Gatling guns, split missiles, plasma rifles, and all the perennial favourites. There is also a bunch of new new close range weapons too. One aspect the team at FromSoft focused on in Armored Core 6 is melee weapons, exclusively equipped to the left hand. Yamamura continues, these can include a cluster bomb thrower, a chainsaw or pulse blade, lances and more idiosyncratic weapons. Since the main weapons are firearms, the melee weapons are more focused on that strength of individuality. Another new feature on top of customization is the OS upgrades, which is new to the series and offers additional adjustments to your AC that change the feel of piloting your mech. For example, some upgrades allow for faster turning, the ability to use swappable handheld weapons instead of equipping larger shoulder add-ons, or give added armor for the new assault boost maneuver. Each of these OS upgrades can completely change the playing field, especially when fighting against tough opponents, such as the case of being able to swap from a machine gun to a heavy-hitting bazooka on the fly to more readily devastate a staggered enemy. For the veteran fans, an OS upgrade that might pique your interest is manual targeting, which restores the classic style of aiming without the help of auto targeting from earlier entries. Be sure to equip it if you want a particularly old school challenge. On top of that, we have custom paint jobs, and you'll be able to create a unique AC that's all yours. On top of that, Arena is back. There are more good news for long-time Armored Core fans. The Arena, a much cherished mode where you can fight a series of battles against a wide array of specifically customized mechs, makes its return in Armored Core 6 as a combat aptitude evaluation program, which means simulated training exercise. There are a lot of AC frames and a lot of colourful characters to fight in the arena, and they hope players confront them all and aim for the top rank. You can encounter the real version of these opponents while out on missions. These are formidable than their simulator counterparts and will confront the protagonist with their own ideals and motives in the heat of the battle. The game will also come with multiple endings to Armored Core 6's narrative, with new paths opening up on subsequent playthroughs. So New Game Plus, you'll get a new ending if you play on New Game Plus. But what I would say personally that's coming to Armored Core 6 that is very good for new players stepping into the franchise for the first time, just like myself, is they will have armory stations. Now these armory stations, you'll be able to go to them and you'll be able to customize your mech on the fly while in a mission. So it states that it emphasizes constantly changing your loadout to suit the situation, but sometimes the demands change in the middle of a mission. Thankfully, the armory stations available in certain areas are allowing you to customize your AC on the fly before tackling specific sections ahead. For example, the beginning of a mission might require you to stay on your toes fighting multiple speedy enemies, while the boss at the end may necessitate more firepower. During key moments, Armored Core 6 isn't against letting you hit the dressing room for a style change to show up prepared. So they're allowing you to change on the fly, whereas I think in the originals you basically had to stick with your loadout, go all the way through the mission and try and complete that mission. So now they're negating that and allowing people to do it easily, which I think is a good addition, especially for new players. The vets, I think, are not too happy about it, but at the end of the day, you don't have to, if you're an old-time vet of Armored Core and you know what you're doing and you understand the game a bit more than new players coming in, you don't even have to engage with that mechanic. You can just go in with your own loadout and know that you'll be able to complete the mission. Another change is that currency is more abundant than it used to be. Now apparently you used to be able to go broke as a pilot and your pilot would disappear or something like that, whereas now you can replay missions to get more currency. You can also sell your customizable parts back for the same amount that you paid for them, so that you're not losing anything, and then you'll be able to buy new parts, which I think is also a brilliant addition to this franchise. So you're not having to replay a mission to get enough credits to buy the next part or whatnot. It's creating that convenience for new and casual players coming into the series. So I love the fact that they're giving players more flexibility and being more lenient when it comes to their systems. So in order for you to experiment with different builds, different weaponry, seeing which one fits certain encounters. Obviously, if you want to go for the S rank, you've got to do it as fast as you can. Each mission, some missions are longer than others, some are very short according to people that have already played the game for 5 hours, which are these big creators if you want to go check out their previews. There'll also be these PvP duels as well, so you'll be able to do 1-on-1 with a player, even 2-on-2 and 3-on-3 from what I believe, for those very competitive players out there. Unfortunately, there won't be any co-op playthroughs, no co-op at all. You will have ally mechs with you on certain missions, and from what I've seen, I'm very interested to give this title a go. I love fast pace, the agility, the coordination between the battles, learning from your mistakes and trying to improve upon that thing, because make no mistake, this game will kick your ass. I'll also leave links to the recent gameplay as well as the blog post from PlayStation, so you can check them out if you want some more information in the description below. But that's more or less it for Armored Core 6. Let me know in the comments what you think about these changes. Do you think these changes are enough to bring you into the Armored Core franchise? Or for veterans, what do you think about these changes? I know some are not happy, to some just welcome these changes. I welcome them obviously as a newcomer. And with that said, I want to firstly thank you for watching. If you made it this far, if you did enjoy the video, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel more than you know, and I wouldn't ask otherwise. Subscribe for more upcoming games. You'll find other games on my channel if you want to check those out. You'll find social links down below if you want to support me in that space. You'll also find live streams at the live tab. If you check out the live tab on the YouTube channel, come over to the live stream when I'm streaming. Come and say hi. It'd be nice to see people. And also check out the community tab to get you voting on the next stream game in August. We currently have Armored Core 6 as well as Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so go get your voting, guys. Hit that notification bell, and as always, have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.